easier. Yes, we make the work easier. Make the work easier, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we make the work easier. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome all of you joining us from all the parts of the world, from all the four corners of the world as Crypto Ambassadors community. Welcome to our Wednesday training. Yes, emphasizing on the bull run. Yes, on the bull run, making sure that each and every community member, yes, is able to pick a trade and win. Yeah, we understand that each and every day, people are joining Crypto Ambassadors community when it comes to Royal Q business. So it is our duty to teach, it is our duty to train, to make sure that people are well informed of the tool that they are using. Okay, so let's get started. We are getting into the bull run strategy. Once again, it's Coach Mopiiwa joining you from Johannesburg in South Africa. I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, now we needed to understand that as crypto ambassadors, we are giving signals to our community. We are giving signals to our community as crypto ambassadors. All right. So we are going to go to our announcement and then look if we are able to understand, or if we are able to to be able to note that this is a signal. Okay, so when we are talking about a signal, we are talking about what you are able to see on my. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, give me yes in the chat. If you are able to see my screen on your side, give me yes in the chat. If you are able to see my screen on your side, give me yes in the chat, because I'm here to show you how a signal looks like. Okay, how a signal looks like. Okay, so I am in the community of crypto ambassadors on the WhatsApp chat where signals are dropped. So this is an example of a signal. All right, this is an example of a signal. So a signal do have what we call a signal name. Okay, don't worry about the signal number appearing on top there. It is for the signal developers or the signal originators. Okay, but you just needed to know that this is the name of the pair that you are going to trade. This is the name of the pair that you are going to trade. And what you are seeing here is what we call take profit. When you set this signal, how much take profit are you going to take from that signal? So there is what we call a TP, shortened as TP, which is take profit. When you go to your Royal Q robot, you are going to discover that this TP is called whole position take profit ratio. Okay, yes. So this is our take profit, and our signals, they are in different forms. Okay, our signals, they are given in different forms. Some of our signals, they are having what we call a current price signal. Okay, some of our signals, they are called current price signal. Can you see this particular signal? It is called current price signal because immediately after you have set your signal, all right, you are going to click start. You're gonna click activate button, and immediately the robot is going to buy. That's why it is called current price. It will buy at the current price. Okay, so this is the first type of the signal. with a current price. And we do have these other signals, which we call them preset signals, like this one, okay? And the ones that I was using as an example on the bottom here. So we do have preset signals. As you can see, it is having a price where you are going to impute in your robot, so that when you click activate, the robot is not going to buy immediately, but it will wait for the price of the coin that you are setting to come to the preset price. Okay, preset price, it is a price which is lower than the current price. So initially, you don't want your robot to buy at current price, but you are giving a trap. Okay, you are laying a trap in your robot so that the robot does not buy at current price, but the price should drop a bit further down to come to the preset price. So this is what we call a preset price type of a signal. It comes with a price that you need to insert in the robot, so that when you click activate, the robot is not going to buy immediately, but it will be in a waiting mode, waiting for the current price to come down to your preset price. The idea is to buy low. The idea of presetting is to buy low. That is the main idea. So we do have current price as well as preset price type of signals. Give me one in the chat if I have kicked this journey with you. Give me a one in the chat if we have started this training together. Kindly give me a one in the chat if we have started this journey together. So whenever a signal is dropped, please check on the price. What does it say? Is it current price or it says preset price? If it says preset price, there is need for you to put in the preset price. If it is a current price signal, it means immediately after you click activate on your robot, the robot will enter the market for you. All right? So make sure that you observe these two types of signals so that you don't do a mistake when you are doing your setting. Yes, I am going there step by step. Okay, I am going there step by step. I wanted you to see that we do have these types of signals. So we're going to go and set a signal. We are going to pick one example here of a preset price signal. Then we are going to set it up. Now, let me also emphasize one thing. These signals, they do have what we call a drop. They do have what we call a drop, okay? When you look at the last part of the signal, there is a drop. Now, some of the signals, when it comes to the drop here, it is written bull run strategy on the drop. It is written bull run strategy. Let me see. Let me scroll if I can find one that says bull run strategy. Aha, here it is. Okay, here it is. Can you see this one? It is written on the drop. It is written bull run strategy. But this one, it has been indicated that the drop is 4%. So I want you to understand one thing when we start setting our trade. Okay? Yes, I want you to put these two things in mind. We are looking at preset price and current price signals, and we are looking at a drop that is having a bull run strategy and a drop that is given. So when a drop is given, how do we go about it? But when the signal says bull run, what is a bull run strategy? So we are going to get into it. Let's start with the bull run strategy first. Then we're gonna come to the drop. Okay, we're gonna come to the drop which is given in the signal. Let's start with the bull run strategy, and we are using a preset price type of a signal. Which one can we take? Let's take this one, but without the drop. We are going to use the bull run. Let's take this signal, which is right here, the last signal, which is appearing here. Let's take this one, AR. AR, okay, AR with a take profit of 3%. And then we do have a preset. And then we do have what we call a take profit callback. I'm going to explain all this. But on the drop, we are going to use bull run strategy. We are not going to use this. I will come back and then we're going to emphasize on the drop which is given. Let's go to our Royal Q robot together. Let's go to our Royal Q robot together. Okay, so what is the name of the signal? If you are following, what is the name of the signal that we are going to set? What is the name of the signal? Give me an answer in the chat. What is the name of the signal? 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 Give me an answer in the chat. I opened here on purpose so that you can photocopy. Yes, you can copy and paste. What is the name of the signal? What is the name of the signal? All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm checking the answers. AR USDT. Thank you. Okay, so let's go and look for the coin called AR. Okay, so when you come here on the home page, it's gonna take us time for us to look for AR. So what are we going to do? We are going to use the search button. There is the search button here. Royal Q made our work easier when we are setting up signals. So there is the search button here. Instead of us wasting times to scroll, we tap on the search button. Then we type in the name, okay? We type in the name. Remember, these coins, they are from different exchanges, okay? They are from different exchanges. Some we are trading in HTX, some we are trading in Binance, some we are trading in KuCoin, all right? So probably you may find out that the signal that is given, the exchange you are trading in, maybe is not available when you type on the search, okay? Yes, but make sure that each and every time pair of coins are added to Royal Q, you should update your coins. So let's type in the AR and find if we are having this signal in Binance. Yes, we do have it here. Here it is. Our AR is right here. Okay. So this is our AR coin. Here it is right here. Can you see there? That is the AR USDT. Okay, so let's open it together. I'm gonna tap on it. Okay, yes, there is always the risk reminder. We just click understand on the risk reminder, telling us that crypto fluctuates. So we needed to understand that crypto goes up and down in terms of price. Yes, just a risk reminder. Then we're gonna tap on create. We tap on create, then we tap on Martingale strategy bot. That's the robot that we are using in Royal Q. Remember, we also have what we call the grid bot. So we don't use the grid bot to trade. We use the Martingale strategy bot. So you tap on Martingale strategy bot, it's highlighted, then you're gonna proceed with create. Okay, so when you tap here, you are going to land on this page with this next and the other next. you needed to focus on the last next, the second one, okay? Because remember, we are feeling free to create our own strategy. This one is an automated one, okay? We want to put in our own settings. That's why we are more flexible to create our own strategy, all right? So we tap on next, this one, all right? So we are here on this coin called AR. Yes. Now, for us to be able to start editing anything in this AR coin, we needed to land on the trade settings. We should tap on the trade setting, all right? So that we put in our setting that we intend to give the robot to look at when it wants to trade. Then we tap on trade setting. We are landing on this page. If you are trading that particular coin for the very first time, it is going to show you this. You are going to see the smart create and you're going to see the manual create. Remember, what are we doing? We are manually creating. We are manually creating. We are not using the smart create, which is the automatic one. All right, so that is the difference between the smart create and the manual create. Yeah, so we are going for manual. That's what we are going for. All right, so let's tap on the manual and we are landing here on the manual create. We have landed now on the page where we are going to start putting in our numbers, our figures, whatever we want to put in. Okay, now let's come to wallet management now. Let's come to wallet management. Okay, so when it comes to wallet management, we normally say you need to manage your capital. You don't use all your capital in one trade, okay? You don't use all your capital in one trade. Now, if you want to trade, for example, in this particular coin, you want to involve $100. I'm using that as an example, and you want to use the bull run strategy. You are exposing how much? $100 in this particular trade, okay? So how are you going to manage that $100? How are you gonna put it in the market using the Royal Q robot? So the first thing that you need to do is that you are going to take your $100, okay? You are going to take your $100 and you are going to divide it with number of margin calls, okay? Number of margin calls. That's what you are going to do for you to manage your capital or to manage your wallet, okay? So using the bull run strategy, we trade with 5 margin calls. We don't trade with 7 margin calls. If we are using the bull run strategy, remember, we have picked a signal. We want to use bull run setting. All right. So when we want to use the bull run strategy, we are going to trade with 5 margin calls. So we are going to do this. Okay, we are going to do this. We're going to put our number of margin calls here, which are 5. All right. Now, for us to find our first buy-in amount, remember, we do have how many margin calls? We do have 5 margin calls. We want to manage our $100 for the 5 margin calls. Now, when we insert our first buy-in amount, okay, let me say as an example, this is our first buy-in amount, which is $12. If the robot is going to buy, okay, when we click start, the moment we click activate and the robot enters the market for the very first time with $12, This $12 is not included in the number of margin calls. Are we together? This first buy is not included in the number of margin calls indicated here. So it means when we are doing our wallet management, it is going to be $100 divided by 5, which is our number of margin calls, plus 1. Okay? It is going to be $100 divided by 5, which is our number of margin calls indicated there, plus 1. This one is the one of the first buy. Remember, when our robot is entering the market, let's say that this is our position of entry, which is position A. All right? Then we do have position C, which is down. And we do have position B, which is up. Now, when the robot enters here, when it buys for the first time, it buys with our first buy-in amount. This first buy is not included in the number of margin calls. Are we together? Are we together? So from the point of entry, once the robot buys with our first buy amount, there are two things that are going to happen. Once the robot enters here with $12, it's either the price will go up when the robot has bought this coin, the price of the coin might go up, or it might go down. Now, when it starts to go up after it has bought here, now I want you to listen very attentively now so that you understand what normally happens. When the robot enters on point A with $12 as our first buy-in amount, if price goes up here to point B as our take profit, this point A to point B, it is our take profit, okay, our TP, all right? But from point A to point C, it is our margin calls, which are 5. So first thing is that the robot will enter here. After entering, is either price will go up after buying, or either price will go down. When price goes down, then margin calls are going to be bought. If price goes up immediately after it enters, what is going to happen? The robot is going to sell the stock that it has bought with our first buy-in amount and give us the intended take profit that we are going to put here. So I was explaining how do we do wallet management if we are trading with $100. I'm saying 100 divided by 5 plus 1. Where is the 1 coming from? Our first buy. That is the 1. Are we together? So in this case, we are saying 100 divided by 6, so that we get how much is going to be our first buy-in amount. The same applies if you want to trade with $200 as your capital that you want to expose to this coin alone. You're gonna do the same. You are going to divide this with the number of margin calls plus 1. Are we together, guys? Let me come back to the Zoom. Let me come back to the Zoom. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Give me a yes if you are following. Give me a yes if you are following. I'm trying to emphasize this so that our work becomes easier. Our work becomes easier. Yes, our work becomes easier. Okay, seems like we are together. Okay, we are together. Let's proceed now. We were doing wallet management. All right. So we want to find out our first buy-in amount, because this 12 is not for us. It comes with the setting. So we want to find out according to our capital. So we are using $100 in this training as an example. Are we together? So 100 divided by 6. Please make my work easier. What is the answer? If we divide 100 divided by 6, we want to find out our first buying amount. That's why we are dividing number of capital, okay? Amount of our capital divided by number of margin calls. We are putting 6 because it's 5 plus 1. We understand where the 1 is coming from. All right. So what is our first buy-in amount? Give me an answer in the chat. What is our first buy-in amount? 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 How many people are here? Let me check. We are 99. We are 100. Yes. How many people are giving me answers now? How many people are giving me answers? I'm trying to check here who is not participating. You know, I can mention your name. I can call up your name here in the Zoom. Yes, I've got the right to do that. I've got the right to do that. As long as you are in my classroom, I can mention your name. All right. Okay, let me not go there. So we do have $16 or either 16.6. It doesn't matter. Okay? As long as we do have to the nearest, because we are looking at the capital. We want to put all the $100 in the trade if the market falls from the point of entry so that the robot can buy our 5 margin calls. All right. So let's use 16. Let's just put here 16, which is our first buy-in amount. You can put 16.6. It is still okay. Remember, it's a training. The idea is the methodology. How do you find your first buy-in amount? That's what we are focusing on. All right. So we do have number of margin calls, which are 5. Okay. According to the signal, how much is our TP? According to the signal, how much is our TP? How much is our TP in this signal? How much is our TP? How much is our TP in this signal here? How much is our TP? Give me an answer in the chat. How much is our TP? How much is our TP in this signal? How much is our TP? 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 Okay, thank you so much. So our take profit, it is 3%. So we are going to put here 3% according to the signal. Okay, do we have a whole position take profit callback? Do we have a whole position take profit callback in the signal? Let's go together and check. Okay? Yeah, it's very important. Let's go and check. Do we have a take profit callback? How much is it? How much is our TP callback? How much is our TP callback? How much is our TP callback? Give me an answer in the chat. How much is our TP callback? How much is our TP callback? Callback, 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 callback. Aha, 0.01. Thank you. So let's put in our take profit callback, our whole position take profit callback. 0.01. Now, I'm going to explain what is whole position take profit callback when I'm explaining about buy-in callback. Okay? So our buy-in callback is not given in the signal. So we normally put 0.01 as well when it is not given. Okay? When it's not given, we normally put 0.01. All right. Now, since we are trading with 5 margin calls, it is also important to note that we're going to need what we call subposition take profit callback. Okay? So we are going to use the same here. What we have used here as a whole position take profit callback, it is going to be the same with our sub position take profit callback here. All right. So we are going to put, I'm going to explain all this. Let's just put in. All right. Now let me come back here. Make sure that we are trading on the strategy period here. On strategy period here. Don't forget to change here. On strategy period, it should be one shot. So you tap on the cycle, it changes to one shot. Are we together? Now, so this is how it is said on the first page. So let me demonstrate here and explain whole position take profit callback. Our robot enters on point A, okay, with $16. It enters with $16 on point A. When it enters at point A with $16, if the price will focus on going up after it has entered, the price might be going up this way. This is point A entering with $16. So when the price goes up, probably it will be making something like this. It will be making this type of a wave when it is going up. Okay, it goes up, it comes down a bit, it goes up. All right. So now, when the robot enters at point A, from point A to this thing, what should I call this? Yes, from point A to this bend here, it is our take profit of 3%. Okay, price has gone up in price has gone up in profit with 3%. This is our 3%. Now, for the robot to sell, once this has been achieved, the price needed to fall a little bit down. The price should fall a little bit down with our whole position take profit callback, which is 0.01. Okay, with 0.01. Then once this has been achieved, then you see our robot is going to release the profit. It's gonna sell. It's gonna execute a sell right there after this has been achieved. Okay, so that's what we call our whole position take profit ratio. The same applies here. When the price is going up after the robot has bought margin call number 5. After it has bought margin call number 5, because margin call number 5, it is sold independently, not with this take profit of 3%. No, there is a take profit for margin call number 5 under distributed and take profit allocation. That's where the profit for margin call number 5 is. So once margin call number 5 has been bought, the robot will be looking at the profit of margin call number 5 and the sub position take profit callback of margin call number 5, which is this one. Are we together? So for us to know, when you tap here on the distributed and take profit allocation, can you see the take profit for margin call number 5? Can you see it? Here it is. That's why I'm saying margin call number 5, it is sold separately, independently. It has got its own take profit. So this is default. We don't change anything here because we don't want the robot to take long to sell margin call number 5. That's why we are putting an affordable take profit, because our main profit is the 3%. And the 3% applies when the robot buys margin call 1 to 4. Yes, when the robot buys margin call 1 to 4, then it focuses 3%. But when the robot buys margin call number 5 going down to 10, then it will be using the sub position take profit. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? So that's where we are looking at. So we are going to come back here and understand how this robot works. So far, we are here. Can I come back to the Zoom and find out if we are together? Are we together? Are we still friends? Can I get a yes if we are still friends? Can I get a yes if we are still friends? Before we go to our drop, before we come to our drop. Yes, we have understand what is take profit. We have understood what is take profit callback. All right. All right. Now, let me come back here and finish something here now. Why are we putting the take profit callback? Why are we putting the take profit callback here as well as here? Why are we putting this figure here? We can put 0 here. Yes, the robot is going to still sell. We can put 0 here. The robot is going to still sell. But why are we putting this number here? Sometimes we'll be trading a coin that is pumping. Sometimes you enter a coin that is pumping. This is point A down, and this is point B. This is point B. Okay, this is C. So when a robot enters our first buy here, all right, sometimes the price will move very fast. It will go up like this, then it stops. It does not drop. Okay, if you are able to see, when you are good at reading candlesticks, you will find out that a price will go up like this. It stops. It does not drop. Then it continues again to go up before it drops. So instead of the robot giving us 3%, remember this movement alone is already 3%. From here to the end here probably is another 3%. So altogether is 6. So instead of the robot giving us 3%, it is going to give us 6% because of this guy here called whole position take profit callback. If we put 0 here, then we are limiting our robot in the cost of a coin that is pumping. The same applies to distributed and take profit allocation. If a coin also is pumping, instead of the robot giving us 1.3% for margin call number 5, it is going to give whatever has been achieved. That's why we are making use of the subposition take profit callback. Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is that clear? Give me 5 in the chat. Give me 5 in the chat. Give me 5 in the chat if that is clear. Why are we putting the whole position take profit callback? Give me a 5 if that is clear. So if you want to limit your take profit, then you can put 0, but we don't recommend that. From our teachings, we always say, put in the whole position take profit callback. It is there. It is given in most cases. Are we together? So that you collect more. You collect more. Yes, if you put 0.3, it is the same. It simply means the robot is going to subtract. Yes, the robot is going to subtract. Remember, our take profit is 3%. So it's going to be 3% minus 0.3 that you are putting as your callback. If you put 0.03, it is still the same. You just need to understand that we don't want to lose much. The reason why we are putting 0.01, we don't want to lose much. Okay? We want to lose little. 3 minus this. If you are going to put 0.01, it means 3 minus this. That's what you needed to know. Okay? That's what you needed to know. If you put 0.1, you should understand that this minus this, the remaining is our real take profit. Are we together? So that's why we are putting this. Normally it comes. The idea is we don't want to lose more from our 3%. We don't want to lose more. Okay, if that is understood, now let's come here and do what we call bull run strategy on margin configuration on the drop. On the drop. Let me come back here. Probably someone has forgotten. Someone has forgotten. I was talking about this type of a signal that says drop bull run strategy. Okay? Drop bull run strategy. So we want to do a bull run strategy drop. How does it go? A bull run strategy drop. How does it go? A bull run strategy drop. How do we put it? So we're gonna tap on the margin configuration. This is the engine of the robot. How we want the robot to buy the 5 margin calls. How do we want it to buy? So we're gonna tap on margin configuration. Then we are going to allocate the drop. What is a drop, or what is a margin call drop? What is a margin call drop? I was saying our robot, it enters on point A. It's either price will go up to B, or either price will come down to C. Now, our robot buys when price is coming down. It does not buy when price is going up. When price is going up, it sells. But when price is going down, it buys. So from point of entry to C, when the robot has entered here and its prices start to go down, is when we say the market has gone against us. So when the market has gone against us, it's when we open margin calls. We open margin calls. Now from point A to C, the robot is going to buy 5 times if the price drops. Now, the first, from the point of entry, what we are going to instruct the robot to buy after it has bought with $16 here, for the robot to buy again with another $16, it should go down with how much percentage? From our point of entry, which is A, after it has bought with $16, the price of this coin should go down with how much percentage? That's what we call a drop. So what do you put here? Here, you are telling the robot, when price drops with this percentage, buy me 1. When it drops again with this percentage, buy me 2. When it drops again with another percentage, buy me number 3. So that's what we call a drop. So a drop, it is a percentage that we instruct the robot to watch before it makes a purchase when price falls. That is what we call a drop. So from our first call to the 5th call, how do we set our margin call drop? So I'm saying the signal says bull run strategy. It says bull run strategy. So this is how we set up the bull run. The bull run is having a total number of 3% drop, all of it. 3% drop. The bull run strategy, it is having 3% drop total. Okay, the total number of drop for the bull run, it is 3%. Okay, so this is how we set it up. All right, just take a look. You can take a screenshot if you are doing it for the very first time. That is how you set the drop for the bull run. Remember, this strategy goes with AI being on. Our artificial intelligence margin call button, we normally switch it on when we are using this, because this is a small drop. The robot will not struggle to buy when price drops by 0.2. Yes. So when the robot buys with $16 first time, it will monitor to fall with 0.2, then it will buy. If the price falls again with 0.3, from the point where it bought this margin call, it should fall with 0.3, then it will buy margin call number 2. From where it has bought margin call number 2, the price should fall again with 0.5, then the robot is going to buy margin call number 3. From where it has entered to buy this margin call number 3, price falls again with 1%. The robot buys margin call number 4. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen, on the call drop? On the call drop, I haven't explained about multiple buy-in ratio. I haven't explained that, but I'm focusing on the drop. How the robot buys on the drop. Is that clear? Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? So you are able to see if your robot is not buying or it is buying faster, what is happening? It is because of the engine. The drop that you are setting in your robot. It will make the robot to buy faster or to buy slow. Okay? So let's come back here and then look at our multiple buy-in ratio. Our multiple buy-in ratio. Okay, let me explain this before I leave this page. Let me save here. I want you to look here. There is what we call buy-in callback, because now this one, it works with the drop. This one, the buy-in callback. This one. Aha. Now let me open there again. Let's go back there. I want you to look at this one. I want you to look at this buy-in callback. What is this? How does it operate? How does the robot monitors this in buying? What normally happens? Let's open on the margin configuration. Now, this is our point of entry, which is A. Okay, this is to B, and this is to C. This is C. Now, when the robot enters with $16 here as our first buying amount, it will monitor, for it to buy again, it will monitor the falling of the price with 0.2, which is our first margin call drop, 0.2. When the price falls by 0.2, this has been achieved. Now what is left? The robot will be monitoring what we call the buy-in callback, the one I was showing you. So when the price falls here, remember, it moves like this. Let me delete here. Price moves like this. When it is falling down, it moves like this. When the market is going down, it moves like this. All right. So let's assume that this is our 0.2. It has been achieved. The first one. The second one is 0.3. Okay. The third one is 0.5. This movement. Now, when the robot enters here with $16, then price falls down by 0.2. The price needed to go a little bit up. It should rise up with 0.01 our buy-in callback. Aha. When this has been achieved, when price has fallen with our drop, it should rise with our buy-in callback. Then boom, the robot buys that call. Then it falls again with 0.3. When it falls again with 0.3, the price rises a little bit with 0.01. Boom, it buys second time. Then it goes again down with 0.5. Before it continues to go down with 0.5, It moves a little bit up, 0.01, our buy-in callback, boom, the robot buys. That's what we call a buy-in callback. The robot monitors this. That's why sometimes you discover that your buy-in, your margin call drop has been achieved, but the buy-in callback has not been what? Achieved. What is going to happen? Instead of the robot buying here, it will never buy because the rising of the price did not equal to our buy-in callback, which is 0.01. So what's going to happen? Price will continue to go down. You will discover sometimes you are in negative 1%. Yet your drop here, it is 0.2. Are we together? You discover that you are in negative 50, which is minus 50, okay, which is 0.50 in negative. All right, but our margin call drop for the first call, it is 0.2. The robot did not buy because when price fall down, it did not go up with our buy-in callback so that the robot can buy before it goes down again. That's why I'm saying, what makes your robot not to buy your margin call? First, your margin call drop. Second, your buy-in callback. Am I breaking this bread very well now? Is this bread being shared equally? Am I breaking this bread very well? Give me yes if it is being shared equally. Give me yes. If I'm not doing justice, please give me no. If I'm not doing justice, give me no. If I'm not doing justice, give me no. So when you are complaining that my robot is not buying, I am trying to give you why, the reasons why the robot might not buy that margin call. What happened is either your margin call drop is higher, okay, then the robot will take long to buy. If it is higher, your margin call drop. If the price is not falling and your margin call drop is higher, then the robot might not buy. If the price is falling but it's not buying, it's either your buy-in callback. So come and check those two. They will help you to adjust properly how your robot can buy. Now, let's come here and explain multiple buy-in ratio. This is bull run setting. Don't forget, this is bull run setting. All right? Now, maybe probably before I explain this, let me come back here and also do that other margin call drop. Sometimes a signal will come with 15% drop. It does not say bull run. I'm saying you apply this when the signal says bull run strategy, then you apply this. But when the signal says 4% drop or 15% drop, what you need to do to find what you're going to put here, you are going to take this drop percentage given, divide by number of margin calls. In this case, you are dividing with 5. You're not going to divide with 6. You divide with 6 when you want to get your first buy-in amount. But if you want to find a drop per layer, you divide it with number of margin calls. So how do you find your margin call drop per layer? Number of drop percent divided by number of margin calls, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if they have given you 4 as a drop, for example, let's go to our signal so that you understand very well what I am simply saying here. Okay? If you come here, can you see this one? It says 4%. Can you see that one? Drop. It means you're gonna take this 4, you divide by number of margin calls, which is 5. So what you are going to get as an answer, you are going to allocate per layer for all the 5 margin calls. You're gonna allocate that figure. If it says 15, like this one, can you see this one? It says 15% drop. This one and this one, it says 15% drop. You are going to take 15 divided by number of margin calls, which is 5. It means per layer you are going to allocate 3%. Now listen to me. When this has been given, when such a drop has been given like this, you do not own the AI margin call. The AI margin call goes with the bull run setting. The AI margin call goes with the bull run setting. But when a drop has been given like this, then you allow your robot to be flexible. Are we together? Guys, are we together? Give me one. 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 Give me one if we are together. I'm about to finish. I'm about to finish. I want to come now to the preset price. I want to come to the preset price. Okay, when I'm done with the multiple buy-in ratio, I want to come to the preset and we are done for the setting. Okay, let me come back now and finish here. How much is our first buy-in amount? I want to ask this question. If you remember very well, how much is our first buy-in amount? How much? Give me an answer. How much is our first buy-in amount? How much is our first buy-in amount? How much is our first buy-in amount? Okay, thank you. It is a 16 or 16.6. It's still okay. Now, how much is our capital? 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 $100. Okay, that is our capital. Now, for us to allocate multiple buy-in ratio, it is the number of times that we want the robot to buy per layer. If the price of the coin drops by 0.2 and it rises by 0.01, which is our buy-in callback, how many times of $16 the robot should buy on this side? That's what we call multiple buy-in ratio. Remember, our first buy-in amount is $16. Now, when the robot is buying, how many times should it buy per layer with the $16? That's what we call multiple buy-in ratio. Now, we do have $100 as capital and $16 as our first buy-in amount. What do you think should be our multiple buy-in ratio per layer? If this is our capital and this is our first buy-in amount, how many times should the robot buy per layer? Give me an answer in the chat. How many times should the robot buy per layer? If this is our capital and this is our first buy-in amount, give me an answer in the chat. How many times should the robot buy? How many times? 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 We are doing wallet management, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing wallet management. You cannot, yes, you cannot allocate your capital very well, then you are not going to maximize profit very well as well. How many times? You are having $100 and the robot is using 16 buy and you are having 5 margin calls. How many should it buy per layer? It is 1. Somebody says 5 plus 1. No, 5 plus 1, we do it when we want do our first buy-in amount. Simple. Simple. We do 5 plus 1. We do 5 plus 1. Okay. I think Sipo is a little bit lost. We do 5 plus 1 when we want to find our first buy-in amount. So we take capital. We take capital, which is $100. We divide by 5 plus 1. Then we get our 16, which is our first buy-in amount. Okay? That's how we end up with 5 plus 1. All right? So for us to get the number of times, now we have decided to get 1. Where is the 1 coming from? 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 Why are we finding 1? Why are we finding 1? Where is the 1 coming from? Pelea, when we say 1, 1, 1, 1. Yes, number of, yes, that's the first buy. That's the first buy. So when we take 16, we put it into $100. Then we are going to find out that our capital will be equivalent for the robot to buy 5 times plus 1, which is 6. That's why we are calling it wallet management. So this is the number of multiple buy-in ratio. We are going to put 1 there. We put 1 here. We put 1 there. I'm coming to almost to close. I'm coming almost to the end. I put 1 there. Then we put 1 here. So we are done with the multiple buy-in ratio. Then we click sure. We are saving this. We are saving this. Okay? We are saving this. Okay, so we are here now. We are here. Excuse me. Now, let's conclude now. Let me come to the strategy mode now. Before we put in the preset price. Here, there's what we call strategy mode. Okay? So come here, tap on the strategy mode. Here. Okay? Then you click I understand. When you come here, when you are using bull run strategy, make sure that your robot is under sub-bin mode. Okay? Make sure your robot is under sub-bin mode. Why? Whole warehouse mode. When you put your robot under whole warehouse mode, whether you are trading with 50 margin calls, okay? Whether you are trading with 50 margin calls, the robot will buy all the margin calls and it is buying it under whole warehouse mode. When it comes to selling, it is going to sell all the 50 margin calls at once because you have indicated here telling the robot sell the whole warehouse at one profit, one take profit. Okay? If you are trading under whole warehouse mode, the robot buys all your margin calls. Then the robot is going to sell all of them at one take profit. If you are trading here on sub-bin mode, what is going to happen is the robot is going to buy margin call 1 to 4. Then after that, it will buy margin call number 5 to 50. When it is buying margin call number 5 to 50, when it buys margin call number 5, price may rise for margin call number 5. Remember, margin call number 5 has got its own take profit up to 50. So it is going to sell margin call number 5, 1.3% our take profit. Then it is going to take this profit, it will put it back in the market to bring the average price. Can you see there is average price here for margin call number 1 to 4? So it will take the profit back in the market to bring the average price of the first margin calls to come closer to the current price. As a result, you don't stay longer in the market when you trade under sub-bin mode. Are we together? So for you to be able to maximize profit under sub-bin mode, you have to make sure that it is activated before the robot buys margin call number 5. Because once the robot buys margin call 1 to 5, you cannot change it from warehouse mode to this one. You should activate it here either before you click start. But if you happen that you have forgotten, please make sure before it buys margin call number 5, come and change the strategy mode. Because once it buys margin call number 5, you can't change. It will sell all the whole warehouse at one take profit. So put here. If you put here, this is the difference. Here, the robot, when it sells margin call number 5, it does not give you the profit. It only gives you the capital that has been used to buy margin call number 5. But when you put here, the robot is going to give you your capital for margin call number 5 and the take profit for margin call number 5 all together. It gives you when it is trading under sub-bin mode real-time settlement. So for Buran, activate sub-bin mode. So we are activating sub-bin mode. We click show. Now let's finish up. What is our preset price in this signal? This is the last part now. What is our preset price? What is our preset price? We are ending now. What is our preset price? What is our preset price? We are setting up this signal. Remember, that is our preset price. Let's go and check. Remember, we are using this as an example. So we want to see, is our preset price lower than our current price? Because from the time this signal was dropped, it's a long time ago. All right, but let's go and check. This is our preset price. How do we put in our preset price? It's 45.369. 45.369. Okay, so our preset price is 45.369. all right, 45.369. So if you check this price and this current price, which one is lower? Which one is lower? You see that this one is lower. Our current price is lower than our preset price. But at the time the signal was given, this price was higher than this one. Okay, so for learning purposes, we are going to put this price as our preset price, which was given. So we are going to impute here 45.369. Then we click show. Then when we click activate, it simply means the robot will be monitoring the current price to come to our preset price. But this one is wrong because it is higher than the current price. So our preset price should be always lower than the preset, than the current price. So let's use this one. This is 45,263. Let's use 45,210. Okay, it is coming down quicker. Can you see the current price is moving quicker now? Can you see it has already come to 4519? Okay, it has come already to 4519. I just want us to emphasize what is a preset price. So let's make our preset price 45 point, let's say 090. Okay, yes, let's make this our preset 45.090. Let's put it here, 45.090. We put it here. So we are simply saying when we click activate, the robot will monitor this price to come down to this one. This one is lower than this one. So we don't want to buy at current price. We want our robot to buy here. That's why I'm saying preset should be always lower than current price. So the moment this has been reached, the robot is going to buy. That's how we put in our preset price. Now, listen to me. If you have put in your preset price, you have clicked activate. Unfortunately, this price does not come down to here. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. This price is not coming down here. The robot is not buying. And now another signal has been dropped in the WhatsApp group. Come and cancel this trade because the robot did not buy. How do you cancel it? When you tap on activate, the robot is going to show you pause. It will be writing pause with a red button, right? Now, it did not buy at all. It is still waiting because when you check on your return rate, you discover that it is still 0.0. Okay, so come and disengage the trade. Tap on pause. It means you are canceling the trade. When you tap on pause, before you leave the page, come here and remove the preset price. Why do you remove the preset price? Next time, the same signal is given. If you do not remove the first preset price, when you are setting it up, you are going to see that the preset price is still there. So you come and tap on first preset buy-in price, just like that. After you have tapped on pause, come and tap on first preset price. It's gonna be like this. Then after that, you click show. When you click show, then the preset price will disappear. Can you see it is gone? It is no longer there. It's not appearing. That's how you cancel the trade. If it was a preset price signal, I'm saying if it was a preset price signal, because the robot did not manage to buy, you do not cancel a current price signal. A current price, it means after setting everything, you come and click activate without preset. Without preset. Current price, it means after what we have done here, we click activate. The robot will buy from this price. But preset, you put in the preset price there. Then you click activate. Then the work is done. I think I have taken longer to explain this bull run strategy. Questions, guys? Questions? I'm done. Questions. I'm done now. Yes. So you can choose if you want to use the Fibonacci, if you want to use the +1, if you want to use the double up method, you can do so depending on your capital. I did not touch that because I'm emphasizing on the bull run strategy with a small amount of capital, because we don't want to put all our money in one trade. But if you see that you've got good capital and you still want to buy double, you can do so on the multiple buy-in ratio. That's why I did not focus on the double up Fibonacci or +1. I did not focus on that. Yes, someone is having a question. I'm here to pick a question. I saw someone raising up their hand. Okay. I'm trying to check questions here. I'm going to answer these questions, all of them. Don't worry. You cannot set a preset price when you have already activated the robot. It means the robot has already bought at current price. So if you are setting a preset, it means you are setting a preset for the second buy, which is your first buy, your first what you call your first what you call your now you are getting me confused. Yes, when you set a preset, okay, I mean when you forget to put in a preset price, then you click start or activate, the robot is going to buy at current price. When it buys at current price, when you come and put in the preset now, it will take, but now this preset will work. It will work on the next buy. That's what you are simply saying. Are we together? Yes, I'm answering. Can you, what was the question? Someone was saying about the preset. If you have forgotten to put in the preset price, yes. All right. How do you cancel a trade when it's not preset? You cannot cancel it. You just pause. A trade that did not use preset, you cannot cancel it because the robot has bought it. So you cannot cancel unless you are pausing it. You cannot cancel a trade that is current price trade. If the robot has picked, it has picked. How do you handle a drop of 15% with bull run? You don't use bull run strategy on a 15% drop. Are we together? When a drop of 15% has been given, it simply means you're going to take 15 divided by number of margin calls, which is 5. So you are going to put it 3, 3, 3, 3 per drop. So this is not bull run. When I say bull run strategy, I was referring to the 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 1, 1. That's our bull run strategy. Okay? So when a drop is given, it's no longer a bull run. Are we together? How do you bring back the paused coin? You tap here. You tap here. How do you bring back a paused coin? Let me come back here on the... I think I'm jumping the questions now. Let me fold them in their order. Sorry for that. Let me fold the questions in their order. All right? Yes, let me fold them in their order so that I'm able to do justice. Okay. Olivia says, why is it that I set margin calls, but the robot does not use them? It buys the exact buy-in amount I have put. Olivia, this is what normally happens. I was saying, when your robot is buying with your first buy-in amount, for example, $15, this is the entry point, Olivia. This is the entry point. Okay, that's where the robot enters. From here, let's call this place A. And from this A, price might go down to C, or price may go up to B. So when your robot enters at A, Olivia, with your $15, okay, sometimes it may happen that After entering here, price does not go down. Immediately after it has bought with your first buy, price doesn't go down. It focuses to go up. When it goes up, the robot is going to sell this stock that it has bought with your first buy-in amount. Okay? If the price does not drop according to your margin call drop, remember I was demonstrating that there should be some drops when price is going down. So if this is not achieved, the robot is not gonna buy. I don't know if you did understand me when I was explaining the margin call drops. So Olivia, this could be one of the reasons why your robot does not buy your margin calls. Probably it buys once, price goes up, it sells. Or either the price does not drop according to your margin call drops, or either your buy-in callback. Those are the factors that makes your robot not to buy. Are we together? And the other question that I may ask you, make sure that your margin call button is on for the robot to buy. Because there are people who forget to switch on the margin call button. The margin call button should be on. All right. Let me come to this one. The right buy-in callback, it should be 0.01 or 0.1. The buy-in callback, the right buy-in callback. Allow it to be 0.01. It's easy for the robot to buy this one. It should not struggle to buy the buy-in callback. But sometimes in other signals, you are given the buy-in callback. Sometimes it's 0.1. Okay, so just follow the instructions. If it is not given, put 0.01. Are we together? The right buy-in callback. I don't have a group for signals. If you are a member of Crypto Ambassadors, you should be belonging to a WhatsApp group where signals are dropped, or the Telegram channel where signals are dropped. Okay. Yes, in case of a floating loss, this is oneness. You can change your strategy mode from sub-bin to sub-bin mode real-time settlement, or from sub-bin real-time settlement to sub-bin. But you cannot change from whole warehouse mode to any other mode if the robot has already bought more than 4 times. If your robot has bought more than 4 times, you cannot change from whole warehouse mode to any other mode. But from sub-bin to sub-bin mode real-time settlement, or from sub-bin real-time settlement to sub-bin, you can change it. What if I have activated and the time has passed 10 minutes? Yes, I was saying, if a signal has been given with a preset price and you have set your robot and time has elapsed 5 minutes to 10 minutes, your robot is not buying. It simply means the current price of that coin is not dropping to your preset price. Come and cancel the trade. If you see another signal has been dropped, I'm saying if you see another signal has been what? Dropped. Because you can cancel that one and set another trade. That's why you are canceling. Okay? Yes, you can use the bull run strategy on daily trading. George, you can use the bull run strategy on daily trading. Okay? Where do you locate the signals? Of your business, you should be belonging to a WhatsApp group where signals are dropped. If you are not, please ask your upline to add you to our WhatsApp groups for crypto ambassadors. If you are under crypto ambassadors, that is, if you are under crypto ambassadors, you should be belonging to our WhatsApp group or our Telegram channel where signals are dropped. Are we together? Yes. What else? Can I use this Buran strategy setting on any coin of my choice? Yes, you can do that. If you are able to pick your signal on your own, you can use the Buran strategy, no problem at all. Yes. So the Buran strategy only uses 5 margin calls. The Buran strategy only uses 5 margin calls. If the market goes against you, then you can open more margin calls. Then you are going to set up those extra calls. Remember, our margin calls, they are 5. Okay, our margin calls are 5. Then the robot buys all of them. Then maybe you add another 5 to be 10. So you are going to set these extra 5, the margin call drop, how you want the robot to buy the extra 5, the margin call drop. So you can set up these ones. But first, it has already bought these ones. All right, so it means the market has gone down against you. All right. Where I was here. Monica, what are you saying? Yesterday I was setting for my downline, it was 5% drop, and I used 0.5, 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, but the first two showed red flags. What do you mean, Monica? Can I allow you to unmute? The first two, they were showing red flags. Monica, are you still here? Let me check. Just raise your hand if you are still here. Monica, if you are still here, just raise your hand, unless you have left the Zoom. I wanted to find out the red flags you are talking about. Yes, you are still here, Monica. Please unmute. I'm asking you to unmute, Monica.
Yes, sorry, I'm kind of busy, but they kept in the red box, they didn't show green. The other two showed green, that they were okay, but the first two, they kept in the red.
0.5.
Yeah, the drop was for 5%, so that's how I divided it.
Okay, the drop was 5%. So you allocated the 5% to 5 margin calls, right?
No, it was for 4 marginal calls.
Or it was for 4 margin calls?
Yes.
So the first two, it was okay, but the last, it was showing a red flag.
The first two, 0.5 showed the red flag. Then 1.5, 2.5, they were okay. So I don't know what happened for the first one.
What phone were you using? Because sometimes other phones, they're not going to allow you to put 0, especially the last numbers. Let me come back here.
I don't know my downline phone size.
Yeah, some other phones, when it comes to these numbers, it will never give you, instead of you putting, for example, on the margin code drop here, okay, but I don't see why it was giving you a red flag, unless it is like this. Can you see what is happening there? You cannot
I'm seeing.
Yeah, you cannot put a margin code drop less than 0, unless, can you see, even 0.1 it is accepting, but if it is only 0, it will give you a red flag. Unless it is 0. Let's try 0.01. Can you see that one is giving you a red flag? It means the robot cannot buy this, cannot allow this. But if it is 0.1 like this, it will allow. So you are talking of 0.5. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, me too, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that one I cannot explain. But the robot can take as low as 0.1, as you can see. But 0.01 on the margin code drop, it will never take. It gives you a red flag. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Monica. I think something was not okay, probably the phone. All right. Let me come back to Zoom. I'm coming back to the questions. Is there anyone raising up a hand? I don't see. Okay. When you are setting up more margin calls, can you also set more call drops? Yes. Remember, you are adding margin calls. All right. I was saying you have added, you have set margin call 1 to 5. Okay. Then it ends, for example, here. Your margin call drop are here. You have set up here. Now you are adding another extra 5. Okay. These are other extra 5. From here, you also need to set up your call drop for these extra 5 here that you have added. Okay, you need to set these ones, but you're gonna discover that RoyalQ is going to give you default setting for these ones. So if you don't want the default setting, you come and edit it accordingly how you want it to be. So you also need to set the extra margin calls, including your capital also this side, your capital this side. For these margin calls you are adding, you also set your capital this side. Are we together, guys? It's very important. The distributed and take profit allocation. Take profit ratio and take profit allocation. Let me come here, guys. I want you to have a look here. Distributed and take profit allocation. I'm tapping on trade setting. Can you see, guys? I do have 5 margin calls. First, let me put 10. Okay, I put 10 here. So I want you to look here on distributed and take profit allocation. All right, after I have put 10 margin calls here, I'm tapping on distributed and take profit allocation here. Can you see? There is a take profit for every call from 5 to 10. From 5 to 10. Let me bring it this side. This is margin call number 5, margin call number 6 up to 10. So when the robot buys all of these, when it comes to selling, it will be selling them with each and every one of them their take profit. So you can edit this percentage, but I said don't edit them because these are sub-sales. You don't want your robot to take long to sell margin call number 5, because the idea is while the robot is waiting to sell margin call number 1 to 4, it will be buying and selling in the red. Remember, you're already in negative. It is in red. So it should be buying and selling while it is in red. That's why you don't want these ones to be higher. Because from point A, which is margin call number 5, to point B, which is margin call number 6, after it buys this one, you discover that price can go a little bit up before it continues to go down. This movement of going up is equivalent to 1.3. What's going to happen? The robot will sell margin call number 5 and give you this take profit. Sometimes the market will be moving like this in a zigzag, this direction. So the robot buys here, it sells here. It falls again, it buys here, it sells here. It falls, it buys here, it sells here. It falls, it buys here, these are sub-sales. While it is waiting, the main margin calls 1 to 4 to sell. This is what we call sub-sales, and it is under distributed and take profit allocation. Now, look here closely now. Look here closely. This one works with this one. This one, it is a take profit callback. This one here, okay? It is this one for this calls, which is margin call 5 to 10. But if you are trading with less than 10 margin calls, if I put 4 here, I want you to look closely now so that you understand what I'm talking about. If I put 4 margin calls here, are you seeing the distributed and take profit allocation? Can you see it here? Is it available? It is not available. So distributed take profit allocation and the other one, they work for margin call number 5 going down. If your margin calls are less than 5, then the robot is gonna use the whole warehouse mode, because the margin calls are only 4, and it will use this take profit which is here. That's why I'm saying our robot focuses on these 4 margin calls. These ones are extra. 5 going down, they are extra. Are we together? So when I change my margin call limit here and put 5, you are going to see that distributed will be back because it has got work to do. Does it make sense, guys? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Give me a yes if it makes sense. Okay, we have stayed here longer. Can we close? Anyone with an issue with me before I disappear? Anyone with a problem with me? Anyone with a problem with me? I'm not running away. Yeah, I'm not running away. If you're having an issue, please tell me. You cannot make take distributed and take profit allocation 30%. It simply means for your robot to sell margin call number 5, the price should go up into profit 30%. That's what it means. So how long is it going to take for you to get out? If you put this as a take profit for margin call number 5, you cannot put that one. I'm saying leave the 1.3. Don't change. If the market pumps over 1.3, it's gonna give you the extra because there is the take profit callback for margin call number 5 on the distributed profit allocation. So if the market pumps more than the 1.3, it's gonna give you the extra. Don't worry about that. Must we stick to bull run strategy even when a different drop is given? No, I said that. Guys, I said that. A signal is given and on the drop, it is said bull run. On the drop, it is said bull run strategy. Okay? When it says bull run strategy, it's when you use the bull run setting of 0.2, 0.3, and the like. But if a drop is given like 4%, 5%, 7%, 15%, use this drop. That's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah, Monica, it's been long. Yeah, from breakfast to lunch, you are straight. You are right. I just love helping others. Yes, I love helping team. Okay. So guys, everything, when it is too much, it becomes too much. Does it help buying margin calls for a floating load to come out of floating? Yes, it helps. When a coin is floating, opening margin calls, it helps. But also it depends. Is there movement in the coin? Because you don't open margin calls on a coin that is not moving. How are you going to get out? So when you're opening margin calls on a coin, it should be a coin that is moving because you want to get out. The idea of opening more margin calls, you want to get out. So if the coin is sleeping, you better take that money and open another trade. Leave that one and wait for it to come back. Are we together? I didn't get my answer on a posed coin. What did you say? Let me check. Jackie, what did you say on the posed coin? I did not see it. Please type the question again, because I cannot find your on a posed coin. On a posed coin, I'm looking for the question. Jackie, what was your question on a posed coin? I'm trying to go back and find your question. Please type it for me before I leave the Zoom. I don't want to go angry with me because I did not answer your question. Yes. Okay. How do you bring back the posed coin? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's come back here quickly. This is how you bring back a posed coin. Do I have a posed coin here? I think I do have. Let me go back. Okay. So when you come here, Jackie, I want you to look closely. You have posed your coin and your coin disappears from the strategy. Remember, the coins that you are trading, they are under strategy. All right? They are under strategy. So the moment you pose a coin, it disappears from here. So for you to find it back, you needed to tap here. You needed to tap on this icon. Okay? You needed to tap on this icon here. When you tap on this icon, it is going to give you this. Okay? It is going to give you that. When you come here, you should move this guy here, this highlighted part here. Highlighted part, this one. Instead of tapping here, you tap on the stopped. Tap on the stopped and you click show. Tap on the stopped and click show. All the coins that are stopped, they will appear. Okay? When they appear, then you are going to start them, just like when you are activating from the beginning. Are we together? Did I answer your question? Is it Jackie? Tap on this icon here. Okay? Then you are going to land on this page. On this page, tap on stopped. When you tap on stopped, tap on show. Then the coins that are going to appear, they are the ones that are stopped. Then you can restart them. You're going to activate them again. That's how you come about it. That's how you come about it. I hope I have answered your question there. I'm sorry I did not see that question. Are we together? Did I answer your question? Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Someone is bringing a last question. What happens? What happens? Let me come quickly here. What happens when a coin is posed in terms of profit and loss? When you have posed a coin, remember these are, okay, when you have posed a coin, you have just stopped it, but it does not mean that it's not trading. When you pose a coin, the coin is trading background. What it simply means, when it reaches your take profit, it will never sell. If you still have margin calls that are opened on the coin, when it reaches a call, a drop, it will never buy. So it will be trading, but at the background. So if it lands into profit, you're going to do the same. You go to the posed coins where unstopped. Okay? You restart again. Discover that it is already in profit if it is in profit. If it is still in minus, it's going to still show minus. Are we together? So a stopped coin, it is still trading, but it cannot sell when it reaches your take profit. It cannot buy if it reaches your margin call drop. Can I make whole position take profit ratio 30%? Yes, if you want to. If you are looking for long term, You can put your 30%, but don't think that you're gonna come out of the trade in one day. 30% is huge. You are looking for months. Yes, it depends. If you have analyzed the coin very well and you see that it will be rising up to 30%, then you can put your 30% and wait. Okay? Because Royal Q allows you up to 30% take profit. It allows you up to 30%. If you put more than 30 on a trade that is active, it does not allow unless you pause it. When you pause it, then it can give you more than 30. So you can put up to 30%, but you should know that you're gonna wait for longer. But because our target is 3% per trade, 3% per trade. So if you wanna collect 30% at once, you should know that you got more time to wait. More time to wait. If your margin call drop is 5%, divide it by the number of margin calls. Someone is saying, Kenneth, if your margin call drop is 5, divide it by number of margin calls, which is 5. It means you're gonna have 1, 1, 1, 1 per drop. You just need to take the percentage drop divided by number of margin calls. That's all. There is no gimmick there. There is no gimmick. Those that are taking 80% profit, they are pausing their coins. Can you see the coins, the ones that you see for 80%? When you check on the trade, you discover that it's what you call, what is the color of the percentage? What is the color? Tell me. Mukasa, you have seen people collecting 80%. How does it look like? They pause. When they have activated the trade, then they pause. So the trade will be trading background till it reaches 80%. It reaches 100%, 150%. You have seen. So these people, they are into the trade for a long term. Probably some, they are in 3 months in one trade. They are looking for long term. So don't be like them. If you want 3%, take your 3%, get out. Take your 2%, get out. If you want 80, if you want 50, you should be prepared to stay 3 months without a profit. There is no coin that can pump for 50% in just a one day. It depends. It depends on the coin. Are we together, guys? Okay, let me go. Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? Yeah, allow me to go, guys. We have stayed here longer. Allow me to go. Somebody says, no, I cannot go. No one has ever talked about what? Distributed and take profit allocation, or is untouchable, that part by in callback. Tasiraman. The distributed and take profit allocation, you can change it if you want to edit. I said you can edit it, but the reason why I said don't edit, because you want to get sub cells. What are sub cells? Extra calls from margin call number 4. They are called sub cells because they are independent calls. Our robot targets margin call number 1 to 4. When it is selling these ones, it sells them with 1 take profit, which is 3% that we put. But from margin call number 5, 6, 7, going down, each and every one of them has their own take profit. That's why I opened, you see the 1.3. Are we together? So this is what we call distributed and take profit allocation. It is the setting, it is the take profit for margin call 5 to 10. Normally, we don't open there because it is default. We don't open on distributed and take profit allocation. It is default. You don't change anything. So even if you open, what are you going to do? You are not changing. But I opened it today so that you understand that margin call number 5 going down, they are separate calls or independent calls. They do have their own take profit, each and every one of them. That was the reason why I opened on the distributed and take profit allocation. But in our teaching, in most cases, we don't open because we don't change anything there. We don't change anything there. That's why we don't open. Which one also? Which one? Which one? I have just answered this one. Which one do you want me to answer? Which one do you want me to answer? Oh, okay. I think it's the one that I've already answered. Okay. All right. So guys, thank you so much. Have a lovely day. We'll meet again at evening. We do have probably the same setting. Is it okay to change preset price? This friend of mine, is it okay to change preset price when I add more margin call? You don't use preset price when you are adding margin calls. You don't use preset price when you are adding more margin calls. The robot is already buying. You use preset price when you are setting the robot to buy for the first time. That's when you put the preset. But if you are adding more margin calls, you don't change the preset. The robot is already buying your margin calls. So the preset is going to be for what? It does not make sense. So you don't change preset. Are we together? You don't change preset. Actually, the preset price is already there. When you check, you discover that the preset price is already there. So when you add more margin calls, the robot will continue to buy. It will never stop. Preset is from the first buying. From the first buying. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I wish you a lovely day. If I did not answer your question, I'm sorry. Probably it was by mistake. Guys, see you at evening. Bye. Love you all.